you Jim the poet. Jim's going to be reading,
Maybe.
maybe, and Dan Boda will be reading. Dan, who organized all of this. Thank you, Dan. And we'll be hanging out a little while afterwards. Some of us have publications. I know Dan and Amanda and I and probably some others. And like Amanda said, talk to us because we're scared to talk to you. A couple years ago, an editor of a small arts journal asked me to interview Prince. He didn't have it set up. And I told him that I didn't really know if I had access, and he got really mad at me and told me, "Oh, you're just gonna try and sell this to some bigger magazine." It's like, I don't have a way to interview Prince. There's not a Prince interview that I'm not giving you. But it got me thinking. I thought I wanted to do some sort of a blog or Tumblr thing where I would post questions that I would ask Prince if I ever got a chance to ask him, which I wouldn't. And then I realized that wasn't really a good idea, it just sounded like it. So I started writing, I started writing letters to Prince, and eventually I sort of came up with a character, because it was more interesting than me doing it. It ended up being about 6 months worth of letters that I'm going to read a few selections from now. It's called "Why Do We Scream at Each Other?" June 7, 2012. Happy birthday, Prince. I just wanted to send you this letter to say happy birthday, even though today's your birthday, so you won't get it in time. And I don't really know where to send it, although I bet if I just send it to Prince in Minneapolis, they'd have a way to get it to you, even though I guess you probably wouldn't ever really see it. Well, maybe. I guess Jehovah's Witnesses don't really celebrate birthdays, though, but I wanted to say it anyway. Excuse me. But I wanted to say it anyway. Is it okay if we celebrate your birthday? Well, I guess, how would you know, right? I have all your records, most of them on tapes because I'm old school like that, ha. But also, I mean, I don't really need to buy them on CDs because I've already got them, right? Except for like the weird ones that only come out in England or something. But I went to the library today and I looked up your birthday. I mean, I knew it was your birthday, of course, but I looked up to see what else happened on June 7th. And guess what? Dorothy Parker died on your 15th birthday. Did you know that? I mean, did you know that when you were 15? Did you know who she was back then? I've always wondered about that song of yours, The Ballad of Dorothy Parker. And you mentioning Joni Mitchell in it. But I always knew you loved Joni Mitchell and Carlos Santana. But why did you name the waitress Dorothy Parker? She seems like she kind of made one-liners like Dorothy. But it wasn't really supposed to be here, was it? And also, would your girlfriend really not mind if you took a bath with a waitress so long as you kept your pants on? I guess that was kind of a joke. But anyway, happy birthday. I guess I hope you're having a good day, even if you don't believe in celebrating it. June 18. Oh, well, I guess Rodney King died today. That's what made me think to write to you again. Man, that was like years ago. He probably thought he was dead back then. I don't even know what he's been doing all these years. Well, why should I? But like, you know what was so cool about Rodney, Prince? Is like, he didn't get mad. Well, he must have gotten mad, but he just seemed disappointed and he wanted to know why we couldn't all just get along. He wasn't saying fuck the police or fuck white people or anything like that. He just wanted to know why we scream at each other, like in your song. He was 47. That's not that old. I guess they think it was drugs or something. They found him in a swimming pool. You probably already know all that stuff, I'm sure. But I feel sad. I feel sad about Rodney. June 22. Nothing's really happened since Rodney died. If there's riots when he gets beat up, shouldn't there be something when he dies? Maybe people are embarrassed because they're saying it was drugs, but I don't think that they should have been. I don't know. There should have been a big sing-along or something. I guess that's kind of stupid, but something peaceful, like we were all getting along. June 30. Well, they had Rodney's funeral. I heard it on the news, on the radio. 2 or 3 sentences, that's all. Maybe that's kind of right. Maybe we shouldn't have made a big deal about it because we can't all get along. Maybe a big deal about Rodney's funeral would have been like we were all faking. I don't know. It would have been like we were pretending that he had taught us something just so we could have a good time at his funeral. It would have been bullshit, if you'll pardon my French. October 12th. Dear Prince, well, I guess I'm kind of sad today because it's the 5th anniversary of when my dad died. I still miss him. I think about if he's watching me. Do you believe in that kind of thing? It's kind of hard for me to think that's true, to tell you the truth, but I still like to think that it is. My dad wasn't a musician, not like your dad. My mom sings all the time and sings at church, so maybe that's why I love music so much. But my dad was into different things. He liked to go fishing, and he kept the lawn and a vegetable garden, and even took care of the rose bushes, but he never talked much, and I never talked much to him. And then when he died, I wished I'd talked to him more. But it didn't make me want to talk to other people. Maybe I was supposed to learn some kind of lesson and I messed it up, I don't know. There was this one time when I was 12 or something, and my dad was going to pick up my grandma's car because she was sick and she was going to come stay with us for a while, and we were going to go up and get the car and bring it down so we'd have 2 cars. But my mom didn't want to leave her mom at the house alone, so my dad took the Greyhound up to pick up the car, and he was going to drive it back, and he took me with him, only it was kind of late at night, and we both fell asleep on the bus. And I guess when we got to her town, he heard the bus driver announce it, and he jumped up and got off the bus and sort of forgot about me. So he took a taxi to my grandma's house, and they called the station at the next town and explained it to them. So they got me off the bus, and they let me sit behind the counter, and they gave me candy and Fresca, and my dad drove up and picked me up there, and I acted mad, and I wouldn't talk to him, but really I was just scared. I just didn't want him to know that I was a scaredy cat. So I acted like I was mad, and I wouldn't talk to him. But now I wish I would have told him the truth, and we could have talked, even if it probably would have meant that he would have seen me cry. I know, really, he was the one who messed up, so you don't have to tell me that. But that's still how I felt anyway. But there was something I wanted to ask you. Like I don't know how much the dad in Purple Rain is supposed to be your real dad, but, you know, when he tries to kill himself at the end of the movie, I don't know how much the dad in Purple Rain is supposed to be your dad, but you know when he tries to kill himself at the end of the movie, and then he survives, and you come in and you see the tape outline on the floor where they found him? Why would they make a tape outline on the floor if he wasn't dead? I mean, wouldn't they just put him on a stretcher and get him to the ambulance as quick as possible? Was that supposed to be symbolic or something, or was it just a mistake? I mean, if it was a mistake, it's okay. I make mistakes all the time. But if it was on purpose, why was that? But I shouldn't really even say anything. I mean, I don't really like movies. I always feel like they're trying to trick me, like they're making fun of me. I know that's weird. I don't really think that, but I sort of feel like it's true anyway. October 28th. Dear Prince, do you ever play your guitar just as fast as you can, turn it really loud, and going really fast without worrying about trying to play anything good? I was just wondering. December 20. What is makeup for? Why do women put on makeup except to make us, men, think that their skin color is even, and that their eyelids are some color, and that their lips are stained with blood or something? And also, why do they put on the makeup on the bus where everybody can see? Don't they realize they're giving away their secrets? Haha. I wrote that before I remembered that you wear makeup. Of course, I know you don't put it on the bus, like you even ride a bus. But you know what I love? I love how in your song I Know, when you say, but my love is so quiet, and the music pretty much drops out, but there's this one bass drum that comes in. And it isn't quiet, it just goes 1, 2, 3, 4. And some people probably think it's supposed to be a heartbeat or something, but it's not. It's not ba-dum, ba-dum. It's just boom, 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 boom. And I think it's the silence. But it's also like another one of my favorites, If I Was Your Girlfriend. You know that song, how it kind of goes to a bass drum again, and you say, we'll see what silence looks like. I love that. That's so crazy. What does silence look like? I always wonder if you know what your lyrics mean. I mean, of course you do. But do you know the secrets? Or like Dead On It, when you say tone deaf, and then there's that tone right after that's supposed to be like the sound of being tone deaf, I guess? Like it's a sound whose tone deaf, that tone deaf person would make, but it's also like the tone can't hear itself in a way, you know? But do you know what silence looks like? I don't know if I would want to know what silence looks like. If you want to know the truth, I get kind of freaked out by silence. I don't like it. I don't like sleeping either, because that's totally silent. When I go to bed, to go to sleep I mean, it feels like having to do something I'm not good at. It's like I'm jumping off the high dive, but instead of water in the pool, there's, well, I don't know what there is, but it's like you disappear. And it kind of scares me, really, thinking about where you go. Even when I'm awake, I don't like to be quiet, because it feels like if it gets too quiet, my brain starts getting really loud. And I don't always like what it says, because sometimes it says things like it's trying to scare me. Like it says, you're going to die someday. Or sometimes it just says your father's dead, and it says it over and over and over, and it gets louder and louder and louder, and it won't stop. And I don't know why, because it's my brain, so it should do what I want it to do. And then sometimes, when it's not even trying to scare me, it seems like it's just trying to piss me off by annoying me. Like, it'll start singing a song, but it's not really singing it. It's like when I'm riding the bus. It's not like that when I sing one of your songs because I don't have my Walkman. It's like, it starts singing like Don't Let Me Down by ELO, or that Judas song by Lady Gaga, or some song I don't know the words to. So my brain keeps playing like one or two lines that I do know over and over, and it freaks me out bad. And I have to turn on the TV or something, even call my brother on the phone just to get out of the silence, because it really messes me up bad. But anyway, that record Love Sexy with I Know, that's like your greatest record. It especially looks like you're wearing makeup on the cover of that one, but I guess it's more like a picture that somebody painted than a photo of you. That album, though, it's so much like how I feel. Like, even when you say, have you ever been so lonely that you take any one boy or girl, or something like that, that's so, I don't know, it's like so honest that you admit that, or you kind of admit it. I don't know if I'm saying too much. But it's like you say so many things that I think about on that record. And then the whole ending part, where it keeps being different songs, and they're starting over and over, and they're stopping, and it makes me feel like my head is going all these different ways at once. Anyway, that's my favorite record of yours. I don't know if it's bad to pick one, but really, one has to be a favorite, and for me it's that one. December 24th. Oh, fuck. Fucking fuck. I am so stupid. Fuck, I'm sorry. I know you don't like that kind of language, but I am so fucking stupid that I hate myself, and I am too fucking stupid to even be alive. Like, it's a fucking wonder I remember to breathe every day because I'm so stupid. Like, tomorrow morning, when I wake up, I probably won't even remember to keep breathing because that's how stupid I am. I was feeling bad about how you never write back to me, and I know that's stupid bullshit, because why would you? And I was wondering how many letters I'd written to you, so I got out this notebook to check, and that's when I realized I never mailed them. I keep writing them, and it's like somehow I thought you just know I was writing them. I swear to God, it's like I'm so fucking stupid. I'm too stupid to be alive. I don't know. If I look at your CDs, maybe there's some address I can mail them to. Next time I go to the mall, I'll try to look. Maybe I'll just keep writing until this notebook is full or something, and then mail you the whole thing. I know it's stupid, though, because you don't even want it. Yeah.